You too. Welcome back to another video. This is the weekly outlook for the week of Sunday, February 1st to February 6th. What we doing? We out here being diligent because diligent hand lead the wealth. We're writing the vision, being prepared, writing the vision, making it plain so that way we know what we're looking for this week. And yeah, taking action to it. So let us get started. I'll share my screen. Day behind. I'm busy at work over the weekend. I had did that. I had marked up all my charts and stuff. But what I didn't do is I didn't record the video. But I'm not gonna let being behind one day stop me from still getting out here and still putting that work in. All right, so this is my weekly outlook for the week, February 1st to February 6th. We're doing AU, EU, GU, UJ, and then also DXY. It is Monday, so I am maybe about 12, 16, anywhere between 12 and 18 hours late. But nonetheless, we're still here. So um, last week with the DXY, I was expecting it to go down, and was I was the analysis good? Analysis was good, um, but it didn't give me what I was expecting. I was expecting the market to pull back to one of the several multiple zones that it had within here, and then continue down. But instead, it just dropped, and then it started towards the end of the week, um, started correcting. So what do we have for this week? As of right now, because there is bullish structure, right? Highs, lows, higher highs, right? As of right now, the market is buying, right? But though it's buying, we still have to remember that this trend is within this trend. So this is a corrective. This is a corrective trend, right? So what I like? I did it again. I always want the market to correct, pull back of some sort, get my energy confirmation, and then continue um continue in the direction that it's going in. Because this is a correction, I believe that the market will stop at one of could stop at one of multiple locations. It very well could have stopped right here because this is a nice area of supply and demand. But as we see, the market has already broke through as of Sunday. So these are a few other areas that I can foresee the market stopping at. Also within this overall downtrend. So as of right now, we are buying DXY. And so that means AU, EU, and GU should be selling. We're right into the all right. Last week, for AU, I was expecting the market to continue higher, and it did just that, pretty much for half the week. And then it didn't give me any corrections that I expected at the beginning of the week. I will just continue higher. Now, what I see this week, I see that the market is currently selling, right? Why? Because I see higher highs, sorry, lower lows and lower highs. And with that being said, I mean this current trend, looking at the previous trend, this is a correction, right? So at some point it could continue higher, or it could stay in the current structure that it's in, continue making lower lows and lower highs, right? But being that this is a correction, there's a possibility that the market could stop at any one of these one of these areas of demand in this overall uptrend. So if I identify some of those areas, right, these will be also targets in this downtrend. As of right now, market was here on Friday, so it already got to the first area of demand, which is great, that it got to that area and it's already pulled back, right? We got a bullish engulfing candle. Um, Nonetheless, though, again, we just got to be patient. Got to be patient with another pullback, and then potentially if we get some entry confirmations, if entry confirmation, potentially see the market selling a little bit lower because it already got to this first target though. I believe. Let's see if I see any zones that I like. No, this is still the same zone that I would like the market to correct to before continuing lower. That is AU. Moving on over to EU. What I was expecting last week, I was expecting the market to continue higher. It did that for about half the week. Market pushed higher and then give me the pullback at the beginning of the week that I wanted to see. But ultimately, yes, there's the analysis was there that the market going to continue higher. And what's going on right now? Market is currently selling. I say that it is selling. Why? Because there is downtrend structure. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, right? But however, I have to keep in mind that this structure is within this structure here, this trend within this trend, meaning that this is a correction to this overall trend. So it is currently selling. However, it is selling within the overall uptrend. So with that being said, um, I've identified some targets. I've identified some areas of demand that the market could stop at and potentially continue higher. Right. Before before the market opened on Sunday, I had marked up one area of supply that I thought the market could get to and continue selling lower. However, it didn't reach there. It's continued dropping. They continue dropping, and that is okay. What I would like to see now, though, is again for the market to come back to area supply demand. Sorry, supply in this case for sales. Um, I would like for the market to come to this level or the one that I previously identified. We're waiting for some entry confirmation to sell lower. Yes, it's definitely hitting those areas of demand and breaking as of right now. Thank you. Next, I have GPUSD. Thank you. Last week, I said the market would continue buying, and it did do that. Thank you, and it did do that. It didn't give me a pullback at the beginning of the week that I wanted. However, just continue higher. Thank you. As of right now, market is selling though. High, low, lower, high, lower, low. Right. So as of right now, we are selling. But again, what is that? We have to see where we at. This trend is within this trend, right? So it is selling an overall uptrend, making this a correction. Um, so I identify some areas, which the market areas of demand, which the market could stop at and continue higher in the overall trend. But as right now, they will also be areas of demand targets for the downtrend, so on and so forth. Um, Sunday, we were Friday, we were in the zone. We're still in the zone. We still have not broke below. So we could be respecting or we could be breaking. Just have to be patient and see what exactly the market wants to do. Um, so again, I still want the market to correct. Um, this is the area of supply in this case for sales that I wanted the market to correct to. Then it didn't correct there just yet. But what um, I could see the market coming back to not only this level that I've already marked up, but also this level of supply in here. I can see the market getting up to here as well. And if it does, that would be awesome for me to prepare for potential sell opportunity. Overall, as right now, we are selling. So correcting is overall, as right now, selling and its overall uptrend. And last but not least, yen futures. Thank you. Yen futures also the inverse of UJ. So UJ will be selling, but yen futures is buying. Everything is actually correlating pretty well with the DXY this week, so that is good. But we're still gonna also look at the charts. So last week I said the market will yen futures will buy. And I mean it flew, it gapped. It did give a pullback, but that wasn't any of the levels that I had identified for my weekly outlook. and continue higher for into Tuesday. So almost half the week. As of right now, we're selling while lower lows and lower highs. Um, low structure too. Um, but again, this trend is within this trend, right? So making this a correction. So overall, it is an uptrend. I foresee the market like filling this gap. I don't know too much about gaps, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna fill that gap. It looked like it did already yesterday. Yeah, it did. Um, but nonetheless, though, get that out of there. Get that out of there. These are so there's this gap, but also previous broken highs here. These are some areas of demand that I can see the market getting to for this trend. Sorry for um this current sale that's going on and this overall uptrend for targets and places of stopping areas of demand and the market could potentially continue higher. But we're just gonna be patient to see on what the market wants to do exactly, whether it wants to keep selling or whether it wants to continue the overall buy. I did mark out one area of supply for this current downtrend. The market did not quite reach there yet. Did not reach there. Still area of supply that I still would like the market to get to. But if it doesn't, I could see the market come back to this level here. I like this level here. Got some big at the inside bar, came back, respected this area. So this is also a nice area of supply that I could see the market coming to in this current downtrend that we see. If it gets this level, we can go ahead and prepare. Look for spot. Go ahead and prepare, wait for entry confirmation, and target some of these areas of demand that we identified down lower from our higher time frame. So that's my weekly outlook for the week. Everything looks to be moving and grooving well. We shall be patient. When market gets to some of our levels, we can prepare and then participate if we get our entry confirmation. So that's my weekly outlook for this week. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all stay blessed by the best. God always.